That gate took like 7 minutes to fry.
which is a good thing.
Somebody decides they're breaking the Frost Bistro, come try to steal some money, steal the safe. Why not just do something in life to earn money and find something else to do? That's when they come out with the safe.
That's crazy. You know, it totally messes up your whole, like, your mental, you know?
Oh, you thought the drama between Kirk Frost and Jasmine was over, but no. This story is about to blow up because just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, Jasmine decided to make sure it did. Reports are coming in that Kirk's house was attacked, and guess who's at the center of the chaos? Jasmine, of course, and believe me, the way it went down is straight out of a reality TV script. Rumor has it that Kirk recently filed for full custody of their son, Cannon, and Jasmine took it hard. The latest drama between Kirk Frost and Jasmine is so messy that reality TV producers are probably sitting at home. What pushed Jasmine over the edge? Why did Kirk decide to take full custody of Cannon? And most importantly, what happens next? Oh honey, you better stay locked in because the TM is about to spill, baby. It's scalding. At the top of her lungs, she broke furniture and even threatened Kirk directly. Oh no, security was allegedly called, and the fallout is about to get really ugly. Taking notes is a level of messy. Kirk and Jasmine have experienced their share of ups and downs, but this most recent blowup is about to change everything. So let's take a moment to look back and explain how we got here because, believe me, this isn't just a fight. It's years of betrayal, manipulation, and resentment boiling over. And now it's all being shown to the world. If you've been following Kirk and Jasmine's toxic relationship, you already know that things have never been stable between them. Jasmine initially made headlines when it was revealed that Kirk had fed a child with her while he was still married to Rasheeda. Oh yeah, you remember that scandal that essentially set love and hip-hop Atlanta on fire? Kirk was out here playing house with Jasmine behind Rasheeda's back, and when the truth finally came out, oh, Rasheeda was humiliated on a national scale. Kirk's infidelity was one thing, but fathering a child with Jasmine was a whole new level of disrespect. And somehow, despite the betrayal, Rasheeda stayed. However, their drama didn't end there though, because after Cannon was born, things only got worse. Regular child support was not enough for CIS, who wanted luxury child support. We're talking about private school tuition, designer clothes, and enough money to ensure that Cannon was living like a celebrity baby, and Kirk, oh, he wasn't having it. Fast forward to the present, where Kirk and Jasmine have been fighting over custody for years. Kirk has always had limited visitation rights with Cannon, and Jasmine made sure to keep it that way. Jasmine would pull out the receipts and threaten to reveal more of Kirk's shady behavior if he didn't comply. Kirk, oh Kirk, tried to act nice for a while, but when Kirk could see that his son was demanding more money and even threatening to go public with more dirt about Kirk's personal life, he finally had enough and decided that the only way to protect Cannon and regain control of the situation was to file for full custody, not joint custody, not extended visitation. And when Jasmine began to cross the line, sources close to the matter claimed that Jasmine was using Cannon to manipulate Kirk. As soon as the court papers were filed, Jasmine reportedly lost it. According to sources, she was totally taken aback by Kirk's decision. And when I say baby, she lost it. Jasmine allegedly began calling Kirk constantly, leaving him threatening voicemails, sending him angry texts, and even showing up at Frost Bistro to demand to see him. But Kirk, oh Kirk, was done. He wasn't returning her calls. He wasn't answering her texts. He had officially cut her off, and Jasmine, oh, she couldn't handle it. Jasmine reportedly showed up at Kirk's house late on a Saturday night, unannounced and unhinged. According to witnesses, she was screaming at the top of her lungs and banging on the front door as if she was trying to break it down. Kirk, however, didn't open the door, but Jasmine wasn't going to leave so easily because she was a guest. Then she allegedly walked straight over to Kirk's car, the same luxury SUV he had purchased the previous year, and began keying it. When that didn't catch Kirk's attention, Jasmine allegedly grabbed a brick and threw it through the door. front window, oh, you think that's bad, baby? It gets worse because the security cameras allegedly recorded everything as soon as Jasmine broke the window. And let's just say the footage is not flattering. The craziest part is that she was allegedly caught on camera screaming Kirk's name and threatening to ruin his life if he didn't come outside. She also allegedly dragged Cannon into the mess. You're not taking my son away from me, you hear me? Over my dead body. No, baby. He opened the door to call security. According to witnesses, Kirk's security guards arrived and tried to get Jasmine to leave right away, but she refused to back down. She allegedly tried to push past security and enter the house, but the guards blocked her way. At that point, Jasmine reportedly lost it and began punching the guards, screaming and swearing at Kirk, who allegedly yelled, "You're out of control." And Jasmine allegedly fired back, "You think you can take my son from me over my dead body, Kirk?" At that point, neighbors had already begun congregating outside. People were filming on their phones. The paparazzi had already pulled up, and social media was going crazy. Hashtag Jasmine Loses was trending within minutes, and when the police finally arrived, according to reports, it was game over. The video of Jasmine being escorted out in handcuffs went viral right away. As the officers pulled her away from the property, Jasmine was reportedly screaming, "He's lying. He's trying to steal my baby." Kirk, on the other hand, simply stood there, his arms crossed and trembling. Witnesses claimed that Kirk leaned down and gave Cannon a hug while Jasmine was being loaded into the police car. Kirk allegedly whispered, "It's okay, buddy. Daddy's got you." Because at the end of the live, Jasmine said, "And don't worry, when I get to court, I'm bringing the real receipts." Kirk better be prepared because when the truth is revealed, everybody will see who the real villain is. Excuse me, what are the real receipts that Jasmine was referring to? Kirk, oh, he wasn't having it because Kirk's lawyer arrived less than an hour after Jasmine's live ended. Declared in a statement to TMZ that Kirk Frost is requesting sole custody of his son Cannon because of the child's mother's unstable and unpredictable behavior. Kirk is dedicated to giving Cannon a safe and secure environment, and things are getting better because Kirk didn't just let his lawyer speak. Instead, he went straight to Instagram and shared a photo of himself and Cannon at a park with the caption, "My son comes first always." The comment said, "Oh, they were driving Jasmine while Jasmine is out here throwing bricks through windows." Kirk may have been messy in the past, but currently, it appears that Jasmine needs to calm down before she actually loses custody. However, while Jasmine was acting irrationally on the internet, Kirk was already taking action behind the scenes. According to sources, Kirk's legal team had already requested a temporary restraining order to keep Jasmine away from him and Cannon until the custody hearing. And guess what? Jasmine allegedly broke the terms of that order when she showed up at Kirk's house the night before. This means that in addition to losing custody of Cannon, Jasmine may also face criminal charges. The most bizarre aspect is that the custody hearing hasn't even begun yet. The main question now is whether Jasmine will actually recover from this or if she simply threw away any chance of keeping Cannon in her life. If Kirk's team has the receipts they claim to have, and if Rod actually takes the witness stand, then yes, Jasmine may be done. But the drama is far from over because the custody hearing is set for next week, and you already know that the paparazzi will be present. Jasmine, you had better hope Kirk doesn't have any more dirt to build because it appears that Kirk may have all the cards. Let me take you back to the morning after Jasmine's meltdown. Kirk was already up early, sipping his coffee and scrolling through the social media chaos. Jasmine's Instagram live went viral, receiving millions of views on TikTok and Twitter. If you thought things couldn't get any messier, oh honey, buckle up because part 3 is about to take things to a whole new level. Kirk wasn't just sitting back and watching the drama unfold. Oh no, he was making power moves behind the scenes. And Instagram, and the comments were savage. Jasmine actually admitted to using Kirk's money for personal expenses. Oh, it's over for her. Kirk better call up his lawyer and get full custody today. Jasmine really thought going live was going to help her case, girl. Be serious. Kirk was paying attention to all of it, according to sources, because guess what? Jasmine just gave Kirk's legal team all the ammunition they needed to destroy her in court. I sent her money for Cannon, but she took some of it for herself. That's a big problem because Kirk's legal team can now claim that Jasmine misused child support funds, which could be grounds for parental neglect. Kirk was planning to use that in court. According to an insider close to Kirk's team, Jasmine just made Kirk's case much easier. All Kirk's lawyers need to do now is play it live in court, and boom, Jasmine's credibility is gone. To make matters worse, Kirk's team simply subpoenaed her to testify in the custody hearing. Oh, you're not prepared for this one, Rod. According to one source, Rod has been fed up with Jasmine for a while and has seen how unstable she is. He is ready to tell the court everything. When Jasmine learned that Rod was testifying against her, she reportedly lost it. She called Rod 10 times in a row after hearing the news, and when he finally picked up, she yelled into the phone, "You really got to go with Kirk over me after everything." X is the same man who helped raise Cannon and has been disparaging Jasmine for years. Kirk's lawyers got him to flip. "We've been through it, and Rod kept it simple. He allegedly said, 'I'm doing what's best for Cannon,' and that's when Jasmine completely lost it." According to witnesses, Jasmine showed up at Rod's apartment later that day, banging on his door and screaming loudly enough for the neighbors to hear. Security was reportedly called to remove her from the building, and guess what? That small incident also made it into Kirk's legal filings. Jasmine is essentially giving Kirk this custody case on a silver platter, but just when you thought Jasmine could make things easier. Even worse for herself, she made the most careless move that same night when Jasmine and Cannon showed up at Kirk's restaurant without warning. Yes, after receiving a restraining order for her viral outburst and finding out that Rod was testifying against her, Jasmine walked in as if nothing had happened. According to witnesses, Kirk was sitting at the bar when he noticed her, and his face changed instantly. He got up and walked straight over to her, asking, "What are you doing here, Kirk?" According to reports, Kirk gritted his teeth and said, "I'm here to talk." Jasmine calmly replied, "We don't have anything to talk about." Kirk shot back and Jasmine said, "Oh, she wasn't backing down. I'm not leaving until we talk." Witnesses claim that Kirk was attempting to remain composed, but Jasmine was beginning to cause a scene. Cannon was standing there looking perplexed as Jasmine began to raise her voice, and Jasmine, she was screaming from the back of the cop car, "You're going to regret this, Kirk. You already know that social media ate it up." Let's pick up where we left off, because if you thought Jasmine's meltdown at Kirk's house was bad, you haven't seen anything yet, because after she was taken away in handcuffs, the internet went into full meltdown mode. Kirk hugs Cannon. This is some next level drama. Jasmine went crazy, and the worst part is that this was only the beginning. Now that Jasmine is facing charges and Kirk is moving forward with his custody battle, things are going to get even messier, and baby, the fallout is coming. We were already split over the custody dispute, but after the video of Jasmine's arrest appeared on blogs, Twitter was ablaze, and Jasmine truly lost. Kirk needed to be granted full custody at this point because she showed up at his house with the child and began destroying things. Oh, she needs help, but why do I think Kirk might have forced her to do this? The worst part, though, was that the police report wasn't even the worst part. Once it was released, the real information began to leak, according to the official. Jasmine was charged with trespassing, destroying property, and resisting arrest. And that's not even the messy part. The report also revealed, oh honey, that Kirk had already applied for a restraining order before Jasmine even arrived at the house. Yes, Kirk wasn't merely attempting to obtain custody of Cannon. He was actively working to keep Jasmine away from him and their son. When the blogs learned of this, people went crazy. One fan tweeted, "Kirk has been trying to get rid of Jasmine. Oh, this man had a plan." Another person wrote, "Jasmine needs to sit down." According to insiders, Kirk called his lawyer right away after Jasmine's arrest with the intention of filing for an emergency custody hearing. Yes, Kirk wasn't wasting any time. He was prepared to take Cannon away from Jasmine permanently, and honestly, after the way she acted. If Kirk had a restraining order before she flipped out, then she had been acting crazy for a minute. However, this is where things get really messy because while Jazz was sitting in a holding cell trying to figure out how her life had gone out of control, Kirk was already working behind the scenes to ensure she never got custody of Cannon again. According to sources close to the matter, Kirk's legal team is getting ready to argue that Jasmine is an unfit mother at that house, and they have the receipts to support their claims. Apparently, Kirk's team has already compiled a list of evidence, including reports from neighbors about Jasmine's erratic behavior over the past year, including her screaming and fighting in front of Cannon, and proof that she had been using child support payments for personal expenses like designer bags and spot trips. But that's not even worse. Guess who else Kirk's lawyers are? Preparing to call Jason's ex-boyfriend Rod as a witness. Oh, you remember Rod? He was the one who raised Cannon and essentially took over as a father figure while Kirk was out here welding. Apparently, Rod has been fed up with Jasmine for some time now. According to sources, Rod has been telling people that Jasmine has been acting irrationally and manipulatively toward Cannon for months. When the blob began to speculate that Rod might testify in court, Jasmine's team went into full damage control mode. "You're not taking my son from me," Jasmine yelled. Kirk said, "This is going to help your case. You started this, Kirk. Now you better finish it." Security had already begun to approach them, but Jasmine wasn't done. She approached Kirk and said, "You think you've won. You think you're about to take Cannon from me. You don't even know what's coming next." Kirk, he was done. He turned to the security guard and said, "Get her out of here." Jasmine began to scream as security dragged her away from Kirk. "You can't do this to me. You can't take my son," she said. Poor Cannon was standing there. The worst part is that it was all captured on camera. According to reports, Kirk approached his son and gave him a hug while Jasmine was still screaming outside the restaurant. Yes, a curious patron pulled out their phone and recorded the entire incident, and you are already aware that the video went viral on the internet within minutes. It showed Jasmine being pulled out by security while Kirk stood there with Cannon, looking composed. Twitter went viral right away. Kirk appears to be a stable parent, while Jasmine appears unstable. This is not helping Jasmine's case at all. I feel bad for Cannon. That baby doesn't deserve this drama, and you. An insider close to Kirk stated that this video was precisely what Kirk's lawyers needed because it basically proved Kirk's case that Jasmine is unstable, unpredictable, and a threat to Cannon's emotional well-being. At this point, Jasmine is essentially giving Kirk custody. But the real kicker is that after the video went viral, Jasmine's lawyer reportedly dropped her as a client. Yes, Jasmine's own lawyer said, "Yeah, I'm out." It turns out that Jasmine had been disobeying her lawyer's advice for weeks and continued to show up at Kirk's house and restaurant after receiving a restraining order. Strain and Kirk, he was already celebrating. According to sources, Kirk's legal team is now attempting to have Jasmine declared mentally unstable, which would grant Kirk full legal and physical custody of Cannon and Jasmine. Oh honey, she's spiraling. The following day, she returned to Instagram and wrote a lengthy, heartfelt caption that read, "They're trying to take my son from me. I'm not crazy. I'm a mother who loves her child." The full story is unknown, but it may be too late at this point because the court hearing is quickly approaching and Rod is prepared to testify. Working against her, Kirk is going to win this case easily, but the drama is far from over because Jasmine isn't going down without a fight. According to people close to her, she plans to drop her own legal bombshell in court, and if it's true, it could reveal some of Kirk's darkest secrets. The big question now is whether Jasmine will pull off a miracle and keep custody of Cannon, or if Kirk is going to walk away with full control over his son's future. If Jasmine actually has dirt on Kirk, then this may not end the way Kirk expects it to, but one thing is for certain. This custody battle is about to get even. The big question now is, will Kirk walk away with full custody, or does Jasmine have one last trick up her sleeve? And what about Rod? Is he really going to take Kirk's side in court? Oh honey, this battle is far from over. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Jasmine has a chance, or is Kirk going to win? If you're ready for the next exciting update, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I promise you that the next chapter in this drama will be explosive. Oh no, things are going to get more messy.